Yeah, good morning, everyone. We saw Friday US market remain range bound, but today morning futures are quite positive, and even the Asian markets are also showing sign of strength, and similar may be seen in the Indian market as well. In commodity also we saw oil is continuously moving up and now over $79. Few days back it was at around $73 and is hitting a new high every day. So that will keep the stock related to the oil in limelight like ONGC, Oil India and HOEC. Apart from that, aluminum is down by around 1% and copper is up by around 1%. Iron ore is after decline is seeing some strength today and is up by around 3.5%, whereas steel is up by around 0.5%. Now I'll request technical team to take up first.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. This is Swati. Today, the market is likely to open on a positive note, say on the gap up side, and we are like to witness a positive move during the day. We have seen on Friday that Nifty managed to surpass 17,800 levels on the closing basis, which gives a positive sign. Going ahead, this momentum is likely to carry forward probably towards 18,000 and above levels. For today intraday purpose, the first resistance for the Nifty is placed at 17,940 levels. If it's break that level, then this rally is likely to be extended towards 18,000 and 18,100 levels in the coming trading sessions. Whereas on a downside, 17,740 will be the first support level. If it's break that level, then we might witness some profit booking, which might take a Nifty towards 17,600 to 17,500. Now the support has been raised up to 17,500. Initially, we was emphasizing 17,300 and 400 levels, but now support has been trailed towards 17,500 levels. As long as Nifty sustains above 17,500, the view will definitely remain positive. Nifty is likely to retest 18,000, 18,000 above levels. So those who are having a long position on any indexes, they can hold on with a trailing stop loss of 17,500 on a closing basis. On the Bank Nifty front, Bank Nifty is the one which have not shown any great momentum compared to the Nifty, but definitely probably Bank Nifty will now come into the limelight once it manages to give a breakout of 38,000 levels on the closing basis. If it sustains for at least for a 1 day trading session, then definitely we are going to see more than probably 1,000 points rally on the higher sides. So for the intraday purpose, 38,000 will be the immediate resistance zone. Above that level, 38,300, 38,400 levels can be seen on the higher side, whereas the support is placed at 37,600. If it's break that level, then 37,400 and 37,300 levels can be seen on Bank Nifty front. Coming towards the Nifty Finance, for today intraday purpose, 18,770 levels is the resistance level. If it's break that level, then 18,900, 19,000 levels can be seen. Whereas on a downside, 18,550 is the immediate support level. If it's break that level, then we are going to witness some profit booking into the Nifty Finance Index, which might take a index towards 18,400 to 18,300 levels. On the stock specific front, as I said, probably Bank Nifty will going to come into the limelight. So on the banking stocks, ICICI Bank really looks very good. From the last few trading session, it has just trading into the sideways momentum. If the Bank Nifty continue its rally on the positive side, then definitely ICICI Bank will give a good amount of a rally towards 740 to 750 levels on the higher side. Currently, the stock is trading at 722. So those who are interested to take a buy call into the banking front, one can take a buy call on ICCS. Stop loss can be kept at 705, that is 705 levels. I'm looking for a target of 740 to 750 levels on the higher side. I think that's from our end. We request derivative guys to take a call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. See, on the derivative front, majorly the data hasn't changed even after such a huge rally in the last week. The data continues to remain same. Open interest is at comfortable levels, PCR2, and VIX is the one where it is continuing to stay up. It is touching the 17 odd level, even though we are moving up. So that does tell us that the risk for the index or for stocks has increased, and with the increase in risk, one should start hedging positions or booking profits. and that is the only indication that the VIX actually gives. So the risk is increasing. 18,000 call also has the highest open interest, and we are within touching distance. We are going to open up today, and we have an expiry today as well. So in this week as well. So definitely, you will see some volatility coming into the market. So once we open up, we expect a certain amount of profit booking to set in, if not today, in the next 2 or 3 days. So look to book out of long positions if you have good profits. From the stock specific front, there are only very few pockets where now the buying is concentrated, and in that banking is one such pocket where a certain amount of buying is likely to come in, and especially the PSU banks. So we believe SBI is the best beneficiary of the lot, and that is why one can look out to buy SBI for a target of around 490, 500 odd, 400 being the stop loss. Again, the PSU basket as a whole has performed very well, and ONGC still continues to witness some good additions in open interest. Some good buying has been gone in into the stock. So one can look to buy ONGC for a target of around 150 odd. 132 is a good support area, and that can be the stop loss. From the selling side, metals have seen some good amount of selling, and the closing has been very negative in the last few days. So I believe they will continue to witness certain amount of selling pressure going forward. So look to reduce the metals. That's it from my side. I like to as a fundamental team to take over.
Wait,
Yeah, Akanksha, if you have, you can continue.
is it
We'll come back.
Software has approved buyback for an amount of up to rupees 158 crore, representing 7.8% of the paid up equity at a price of rupees 700 per share through tender offer. Current market price stands at rupees 609. This is positive to the company.
Yeah, this was for Nucleus Software, and there is a buyback announcement by the company, which will be size of around 8-9% of the total buyback size. Yeah, Avish, you want to take something, or should I continue?
Sir, can you hear me now? I'm calling from Akanksha's number.
Yeah, we can hear you. Continue.
Yeah. So the news was about the Biocon. It has announced that US FDA has concluded the inspection at its Malaysia plants. This is a pre-approval inspection. So the company is currently not getting any sales from this, but they have applied for a product that is an insulin for US market, and that is why this inspection was concluded. The inspection was concluded with 6 observations. So this is marginal negative. We believe that this is just delay the approval timelines, though we don't know the exact details of those observations, so it is difficult to say the severity of these inspection. So we believe this would be marginal negative for today's trade. Thank you.
So, 2-3 more news. First of all, US fund, that is California State Teachers Retirement System Fund, that is long-term fund, pension fund, has opposed the appointment of Aramco's chairman on Reliance board as independent director. This fund, which is a pension fund, is has invested in multiple way in Reliance Industries. That is through they had invested in Reliance Retail of around 9,500 crore rupees, 11,400 crore in Reliance Jio, and also holding direct shareholding of around 5.3 million shares. So definitely it will have impact on the decision of appointing Aramco chairman as an independent director. So this will act as a marginal negative for Reliance Industry today's trade. Then Invesco, which has started the Z Entertainment removal of Punit Goenka as managing director, continue to stick to its plan and are looking to remove Punit Goenka from MD of G, even though Sony and G has announced merger. But this may have some marginal impact or create some volatility in near term. But overall direction wise, it is positive. The things which has happened in past is that merger of Sony and G will create a positive is positive for the G. So if suppose because of this event the price correct, then one can look to purchase the G Entertainment. Then UP government has increased the sugarcane price by rupees 25. The expectation was that they will increase the price by around 15 to 20 rupees, but they had increased bit higher at around 25 rupees. So this will increase the sugar cost by around 2 rupees 50 paisa. But we see that before 2 months the sugar prices were running at around 32 50 to 33 rupees, but in last 2 months it has moved up to around 37 rupees. So part of it is already getting mitigated. This increase in price is already getting mitigated from the local sale perspective. And even if what we see that the sugar, whenever the new sugar season start, that is in October, and new sugar start coming in November, sugar prices are not likely to come down to around 32.5 to 33 level. It will be somewhere around 35 rupees. But the problem is in export market at current price of around 20 cents. The export realization is somewhere around 33-34 rupees for the sugar mill, and there is a higher cost for export of sugar from the UP as it is a landlocked state. So this will have a some sorry negative impact on export side, and until and unless the government gives some subsidy or increase, there is an increase in sugar price in the international market, the sugar mill need to export this sugar at some discount. So to that extent, there will be some negativeness in the stock, maybe for today. But what we see that the uncertainty is now out, and the benefit of recent price increase in the sugar from around 32.5 to 37 rupees is maybe getting reflected post this event is priced in. So any good dip can be used to buy this stock. Then there is a ferrochrome prices in the international trade for fourth quarter, that is fourth calendar quarter starting from 1st October. The Mayfair, which is one of the largest exporter of ferrochrome from South Africa to the European market, has increased the ferrochrome prices from 156 cent to 180 cent a kg a pound. So this is an increase of around 15% for the fourth quarter. So I think this will have a positive impact on IMFA, that is Indian Metal and Ferroalloy, in the domestic market. And even apart from that, the ferrochrome prices, which went up to as high as 1,20,000, has corrected to around 1,05,000, has again started moving up, and now it is at around 1,11,000. So this will have a positive impact on Indian Metal and Ferroalloy in today's trade. Then Maharashtra government has given directive to open the cinema hall from 22nd of October. So this can act positive for PVR and Inox lasers. Apart from that, even the Super Stop, which is also opening up mall opening up beneficiary. Management has indicated that they are looking for aggressive growth in next 2-3 years. Venu Nair has joined the company recently around 1 year back in this COVID period, and he has come from West Side and has a good track record. And now he is looking at higher growth in Super Stock. And but we see that the current prices of Super Stock are trading quite attractive. So if we start seeing some reflection of what they are talking, then definitely stock has high potential for growth from here. So one can look as a contrarian bet to Super Stock. The downside risk is limited, and upside, if things materializes what management is talking, then can give a good return. So positive on Super Stock as well. Then Dalmia Bharat, Avish, you are talking?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dalmia Bharat Cement, a subsidiary of Dalmia Cement, has commenced production of their phase 2 with the capacity of 2.25 million ton at its Capilla Cement manufacturing work unit. With this addition, the company's overall capacity has gone up to 3.95 million ton per annum. So that's positive for the company. Thank you.
So that's all from us. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.